In this video, we're going to learn how to convert equations to their word problems and see which ones match. So the first thing that you need to look for is look at the parts that are in your equation. Up here we have 2x, which means there's going to be multiplication. We have a plus 8, and then our answer has to equal 12. So if you just take time to break down what your equation is saying, a lot of times you can eliminate stuff. Like if you have you're supposed to have adding here, you can eliminate any subtraction words. You have multiplication with your two x's, you can eliminate any division words. So the big thing that you have to do is just take each answer choice as it comes. Don't get overwhelmed by the words, just look at each of the individual things. So answer choice A says Ivan lives 8 miles further from school than Emma. If Ivan lives 12 miles from school, how far does Emma live from school? Here's the first thing. The 8 and the 12 are accounted for, but is the 2 accounted for? No, it is not. So therefore, A is wrong. FYI, in case you wanted to see what that looked like, it would be x plus 8 equals 12, because Ivan lives further. But again, that does not account for the 2x. So let's look at B. Ivan lives 8 miles more than half the distance. So here's where we can actually stop. Look up at your equation. Do you see a half anywhere? Nope. Therefore, this does not work. So again, if you wanted to know the real equation, if you were having to match this, this would be 1/2 x plus 8 equals 12. But again, half is nowhere in our problem, so we could have stopped right here. C says Ivan lives 8 more than twice the distance from school as Emma does. If Ivan lives 12 miles, how far does Emma live? So the big thing with this one, as we are coming to this, we have 8 more than twice. Here's our big thing. Everything's accounted for in this one. 2x plus 8 equals 12. But double check with D just to be on the safe side. You never know, you could have read it wrong. Ivan lives 8 miles less. Oh, that's not an addition word, that's a subtraction word. So even though twice is here, it's a minus 8 instead of a plus 8. So C is our answer. So that's really all it takes. All you do really is just break down each individual component and go from there. So let's do one more problem just to make sure. Break down your initial problem. You have x divided by 3. So that means 3 broken things. Remember, this can also be the same thing as 1/3. All the things are still the same. We have a minus 10, and then our answer is 25. So take all of those into account before you read your problems. Break it down, know what you should be looking for, and then go from there. So A says Maddie's mom gave her 1/3 of the bag of Takis to take for a snack to school. She gives Gabby 10, and Maddie now has 25 Takis left. How many Takis were in the bag that the mom originally had? So if you look at this, the 1/3 is accounted for. So far we have our 1/3 of the original bag. So far so good. She gave Gabby 10. All right, so she no longer has that, so we put it there. And now she has 25. Oh, well, hot dog, look at that. It looks like our problem up there. But before, and remember, so 1/3, just real quick, 1/3 is the same thing as x divided by 3. So you may write it as 1/3, but it's still x divided by 3. So before we move on, A looks like a big contender, so we're going to put a maybe right there. B, Jason works for Chili's and has decided to save 1/3 of his tips he earns in the night. He also received $10. Received is an adding word. So that is a plus 10, which does not match, so we can eliminate it. Crystal needs to pay back her sister $10 that she owes. She now has $25. How much did Crystal start with? So we have the pays back, or owes, that is the minus 10. She now has 25. But again, the 1/3 or the x divided by 3 is not accounted for, so C does not match. Last one, Brianna has 8 less than 3 times the amount of money her mom money than Kat has. This is 8 less. Do you see 8 anywhere in your problem? I sure don't. So that means D is not. So we go back up here, and A is the correct answer. So again, all you do is break down your problem and match. Take your time with your answer choices and just eliminate just like how I did.